Hi, I'm Patlin Lee. I recently read an article titled The Paradox of Prosperity in Literature Hub, featuring an image of homelessness caught my attention. I wonder how prosperity and homelessness could be linked together. The reporter, Brian Goldstone, interviewed various individuals to explore this so-called paradox. This presentation will use Marxist and Freudian lenses to analyze systematic failures, psychological struggles, and societal implications in the United States' third largest city, Atlanta. This analysis argues the rise of working homeless reflects the inherent contradictions within capitalism and highlights the psychological and moral conflicts faced by individuals striving for survival and dignity. The story of Kophia, who became homeless despite having a full-time job in Atlanta, shocked me. Kophia's belief is if she worked hard enough and stayed on top of her responsibilities, she could avoid such a fate. Society always teaches us that hard work and responsibilities can prevent homelessness. This belief is what Marx called false consciousness, which prevents individuals from recognizing systematic inequality. Homelessness, despite employment, exposes capitalism's failure to meet basic needs for the working class. Kophia's contribution to society does not guarantee unbiased compensation or security. This highlights the unequal distribution of wealth. Capitalism commodifies basic human needs like housing, arguing that access depends on financial capabilities rather than being a basic human right. This symbolizes how employment under capitalism does not guarantee the individual's fundamental needs, challenging its instinctive drive for survival and stability. However, Kophia maintains her job despite difficult circumstances, indicating the ego's effort to reconcile her existential needs with external realities. Her belief in the value of hard work and its ability to prevent homelessness represents the super ego's acceptance of societal ideas. Through a Marxist lens, this failure of economic systems denies hardworking individuals basic rights, while Freud's concepts highlight the psychological struggles between instinct, rationality, and societal ideas. These tensions echo the themes in the war, leaving individuals with insecurity, anxiety, and confusion. In addition to Kophia's story, the article describes other living intents, such as a woman who showers daily at dawn with a garden hose close to a garbage dumpster, praying that no men were nearby. This distressing image symbolizes the degradation and dehumanization imposed by capitalism on the working homeless. Her actions reflect its primal drive for survival and safety, while her fear and undignified survival devices emphasize the moral failures of capitalism. Despite her challenges, her ego drives her to maintain employment, and her tidy appearance looks like a case manager, reflecting the superego's loyalty to societal norms and safeguarding of dignity. Freud's lens reveals the psychological and social tensions experienced by individuals like her. These scenes highlight capitalism's inability to provide fundamental support to low-income groups, reinforcing Marxist critics of the unequal distribution of wealth. This challenges the American dream, a method spread by capitalism to ensure obedience. by exposing the harsh reality that hard work does not necessarily lead to security and success. Capitalistic systems treat workers as tools, ignoring their dignity and alienating them from their humanity. This article critiques capitalism's systematic exploitation, moral failures, and the illusion of meritocracy that traps workers in cycles of poverty and alienation. The paradox extends when considering prosperity itself. In a prosperous country, one would expect its citizens to benefit from the fruits of success. However, the harsh reality shows that the rich grow richer while the poor become even worse off. The term hyper-exploitative rightly describes predatory capitalism, which profits from people with no options, highlighting how capitalistic systems exploit the suffering of the proletariat rather than addressing the root causes of hardship. Marginalized individuals are dehumanized and discarded from after being used. A phenomenon echoed in the subtitle, Urban Renewal Pushes Workers to the Periphery. The shameful reality of the working homeless represents capitalism's exploitative nature and inability to uphold its claimed values of hard work and reward. Goldstone reveals how homelessness figures are operated politically with a narrow definition, not only to deny vital assistance, but also to maintain a status quo of stability and prosperity. This strategy masks structural inequality and deliberately ensures the crisis remains hidden. This recalls authorities' reluctance to recognize shell-shocked soldiers during the wars. Both groups are exploited and alienated from dignity, recognition, and visibility. These individuals are victims of ambitious but morally ruined systems. In summary, the rise of the working homeless openly exposes the moral and systematic failures inherent in capitalistic structures, challenging the ideas of hard work, meritocracy, and prosperity. Through a Marxist lens, homelessness is revealed not as an individual's failure, but as a structural issue rooted in a system that prioritizes profit over human welfare, creating a brutal cycle of inequality and alienation. Freud's concepts further illustrate the psychological struggles faced by individuals who are torn between instinctive survival drives and social expectations. The paradox of prosperity, where huge wealth worsens poverty, underlines the exploitative nature of capitalism and its inability to uphold its promises. By examining stories like those of Kofia and others, this presentation calls for critical thinking of the current economic and social systems. Correction must prioritize human dignity, respect human rights, ensure security, and balance resource distribution for every citizen. Thank you.